Sporting Lisbon manager Ruben Amorim has now explained clearly what Chelsea need to do if they want to sign one of their players when the January transfer window opens. He told Fabrizio Romano that the Blues would have to fulfill the release clause in Victor Gyokeres' contract for him to move, and the journalist stated that his release clause was set at £86 million. Chelsea are reportedly considering signing Gyokere as they look to solve their long-standing problems up front. Gyokere was recently added to the reported list of players, and he enjoyed a great spell playing for Portuguese club Sporting Lisbon in his first season there. Despite being linked with Chelsea, Amorim has explained the only conditions that could make the striker leave his club. He said, "He will only leave if someone pays his buyout clause in January. Otherwise, he will stay." Crystal Palace are reportedly preparing to enter the race to sign Chelsea defender Timo Chalobah. Towards the end of the summer transfer window, Chalobah attracted interest from Bayern Munich and Nottingham Forest, only for each move to fail to materialise. With his situation unlikely to improve under Pochettino, many suggest the 24-year-old will be available for transfer in January. Cashing in on Chalobah will go a long way in achieving this, because his status as a local resident means every sale is recorded in FFP's books as pure profit. According to The Express, Crystal Palace is considering whether to make a formal approach to Chalobah at the turn of the year. The report suggests that Hodgson may be happy to use Chalobah as a central midfielder, rather than a defender every week to give him the start he craves. Hodgson is desperate to find a replacement for the injured Cheick Doucouré, who has an Achilles injury, and the Eagles appear to feel they can negotiate terms for Chalobah. However, Palace are said to be targeting a loan deal, something Chelsea would likely oppose unless there is a purchase option at the end of the season. Gary Lineker was stunned by Alonso Davies after watching his latest performance at the weekend. It was another reminder of why Chelsea are reportedly interested in the highly rated defender. The 23-year-old is an attacking-minded left-back and one of the fastest players in Europe. Gary Lineker praised Davies' special talent after seeing him on Sunday. He said, "I watched the Bayern Munich game last night, and Alonso Davies was a bit sharp. Man, he's good. For those of you who don't know him, he is a young player, actually a refugee who had to flee and ended up in Canada and broke through there and was signed by Bayern Munich. He's a good player. Very fast, very good. Good fullback. We love it." On the other hand, journalist Simon Phillips reported via Substack last month that Chelsea were eyeing Davies as a potential target for next summer. Pochettino was stunned when Bowley wanted to sell several of his players. The Evening Standard recently claimed Chelsea intend to open the checkbook again next month. But to ensure they can afford the costs required to sign such a high-caliber star, a number of outgoing players will be asked to support the team. The Standard lists Timo Chalobah, Malang Sarr and Ian Maatsen among the players Chelsea will sell. Elsewhere, Marc Cucurella and Armando Broja are also mentioned as players who will be dropped. But according to reporter Ben Jacobs, Chelsea are playing a dangerous game with Pochettino after also putting up a for sale sign next to Conor Gallagher. Chelsea seeking £50 million for Gallagher, but Pochettino doesn't want to sell him. A versatile midfielder, he has started all but one of Chelsea's league games this season. The only game he missed was due to suspension. Gallagher even captained the team on 8 separate occasions this season. Clearly, he is a player Pochettino trusts. However, according to Jacobs, Chelsea have gone against Pochettino's wishes and included Gallagher on the transfer list. Jacobs stated, "Gallagher is for sale ahead of the winter window, and the Blues have put a £50M valuation on his head." Chelsea are understood to be open to cashing in on Gallagher last summer. Interest has come from Newcastle, Tottenham and Everton, although a move is not clear. Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino has to deal with so many injury problems at the moment. Reece James recently suffered another hamstring injury, And Robert Sanchez is also sidelined. Speaking to the Evening Standard and other outlets before Chelsea's match against Newcastle United, Mauricio Pochettino admitted he was unsure when the latter would return and indicated he could be out for up to 6 weeks. While Pochettino hopes Sanchez returns as soon as possible, the Chelsea boss fears he could be without his number one for up to 6 weeks. Regarding Sanchez's injury, he said, "It's an injury that will last for a few weeks. I don't know if 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. We will assess day by day to know how to follow it. His recovery will depend on him and the reaction of his knee, and it's difficult to say in 2 or 3 weeks, but we hope he returns as soon as possible." Overall, Sanchez has done quite well at Chelsea since arriving from Brighton in a £25 AM deal. According to FBref, Sanchez has made 52 saves in the Premier League this season. There are some concerns regarding his distribution, but Sanchez has proven he is a good goalkeeper and his injury would be a setback for Pochettino. Mauricio Pochettino praised Alex Matos for showing real potential in the Blues squad. Chelsea rushed to sign Matos over the summer, luring him from Norwich City. Previously in the Luton Town squad, Matos had never appeared for the Norwich first team, but had made 2 senior appearances for Chelsea. This 19-year-old player has played in the Chelsea U21 midfield, and is now also making a good impression on Pochettino. Speaking to The Independent, Pochettino admitted he was very impressed with Matos in terms of his focus and potential. Pochettino said, "His personality, character is always focused. Of course he is talented with potential. He really impressed me with his focus on everything. He was very smart, always paying attention to everything, always smiling. Competing with first-team players is difficult, but he's very competitive. He's very strong. He will kick you and smile at you. It's great to have a profile like this. I'm happy with him. There are some big talents in the academy across all the different teams," he added. Alan Shearer was amazed by the performance of Cole Palmer from Chelsea that he had just seen. Cole Palmer, who enjoyed a superb debut season for the Blues, put in another impressive performance. The 21-year-old striker scored and provided an assist to cap off a superb performance against Sheffield. This means that the left-footed playmaker has now collected 6 goals and 5 assists from just 16 Chelsea appearances. Shearer wrote via the official Premier League website, "Cole Palmer, easily the best player on the pitch. He kept the attack going with 1 goal and 1 assist. Not only that, Conor Gallagher also praised his Blues teammate Palmer after returning to brilliant form this season. Palmer controlled the final third with his composure and class. His efficiency and end results have made him one of the first names in the team under Mauricio Pochettino. His £40 million summer signing looks to get better with every appearance he makes in a Chelsea shirt."